Oops. Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. So I know Tuesday isn't generally a Facebook Live day for me, but because it's the last Tuesday of the month, that means it is our virtual class day, our virtual card class day. So I am going to pull this up on my computer so I can see your comments. I'm hoping that the weather cooperates. We're about to get hit with a lot of rain and wind. We actually have a wind warning from now until 2 p.m. tomorrow, and the rain has just started. So hopefully we will be okay with the broadcast. I'm hoping it doesn't get too crazy out there, but I'm glad you guys are here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around and get started. I have 3 awesome cards to share with you, at least I think they are. Hopefully you do too. I have 3 cards to share with you featuring the Gorgeous Leaves bundle. So let me turn this around and I'll show you the bundle and then we'll get started on the cards. So hang on one second while I get this set up. All right, you can see that little bit of gloomy day. I don't know if you caught that, but we do have a little bit of a gloomy day today. Yeah, Liz, it looks like we're gonna get a lot of rain, but it's okay. What's funny is last night we had a really bad thunderstorm. I haven't seen one like that in a really long time. The strikes were definitely really close, and Nate and I had been in the bedroom, or in the bathroom rather, brushing our teeth, and we had a really loud crack, and I came in, and the dog was already in the crate, but she was like sitting straight up at me, staring at me. So we ended up letting her sleep in the bed with us last night, but that means none of us slept well. So, but she was content to be with her people, but I felt bad. She was just, we haven't really had a storm since we got her like that, so she was kind of freaked out a little bit. But she also found turkeys in the yard today, so she's had all sorts of new adventures. She didn't like them either. So anyway, I am going to be sharing with you some fun projects featuring the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set and the Gorgeous Leaves dies. Now, this is what they look like. Hey, Margaret. Rhode Island getting wet too, I would imagine, probably. So these are the dies. I love these because they have the framelit type dies, which are the ones that are open, that will die cut the stamped images. And then it also has a bunch of these little detailed dies, which are my favorite. So you get a lot of fun elements in the dies. I think they're a must-have. Oh, rainy for New York too. I think it's going to be most of New England. That's pretty wet these days, or at least today. My color scheme today is actually a fun one. I didn't go with a traditional fall, but I think they came out nice. So we're using Evening Evergreen, Pool Party, Old Olive, and Crushed Curry. So that's our color scheme. And let me show you, I'll quickly show you the cards and then we'll jump in. So here are our, I paired the stamp set because you'll notice the stamp set doesn't have sentiments. So I paired it with the Inspired Thoughts stamp set, which is a great one. It's got thank you, it's got congratulations, it's got sympathy, hello, Christmas, it's got everything, celebration, all sorts of things. So get better, feel better. So yeah, I loved this stamp set. So that's the one I paired it with. It was crazy last night, Kathy. I haven't heard it like that in a really long time. So yes, it actually can be used with or without the dies, Kathleen. But I love the dies. I think they add a lot of texture and excitement. So here's what I designed. So I love this one. This is just a simple sympathy card. Unfortunately, I need a few of these right now. So I needed to get that on my list. So I might as well be double dipping, right, and doing class projects and things I need for personal life. This is one of the other ones. This is probably a birthday card, and then just a simple hello card. So I worked in the cork specialty paper too, which I love. This paper is so pretty. If you guys haven't played with that yet, it's beautiful. So as a reminder, if you want these card kits for free, of course you can watch the class for free. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to get the card kits cut and prepped and ready to go for you, you can go ahead and order using the host code, and I will send you these kits for free. If your order's over 50, I'll also send you the pearls, a full pack of pearls, because that's what I used on these cards as my little thank you gift, and those will be sent along with your kits. So let's go ahead and get started. I did already die cut everything, but I will show you how that's done, just in case any of you are not familiar with how that works. But I've already die cut it, so I won't actually do the process, but I'll show you how it works, just because I'm trying to save a little bit of time since we have to do 3 projects. I don't want to keep you here all afternoon, although you might like that. I don't know, I would like that too, but I got lots to do today. I've got Cool Crops this weekend, so I designed that card class. We're doing a holiday card class if you guys are going to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I have to cut and prep those. I have a make and take to cut and prep. I have, and design actually. I have some team classes to design for my team retreat coming up. So lots of things to do, but I wanted to still spend some time with you for our virtual card class. This started because the last Tuesday of the month used to be my live card class before COVID. So I just kind of moved it online, and we've been doing that for quite some time now. So yeah, this way I get to share it with all of you, which I like. So I'm taking the Pool Party ink and I'm stamping some long leaves. There's probably a name for them, but I'm calling them long leaves on my Pool Party cardstock. I like to spin the leaf around a little bit so it looks more like pattern paper. Make sure we get, you can also spin the cardstock, I guess, too, right? That's kind of easy. And let's do it this way, like that, just so it switches it up a little bit, like that and that. So I'm just doing kind of an all over pattern. Okay, so that's the background, and again, that was Pool Party ink on top of the Pool Party cardstock. Hello from my sunny, not hospital bedside. Oh goodness, Cindy, I hope you feel better soon. You've had a rough year this year, so sending you good thoughts and healing wishes. Hopefully that goes quickly. Before I put this Pool Party away, I'm actually going to grab the little speckles, and we're going to use that. Let's see. I'm going to just stamp the speckles a couple times here. Oh, I'm sorry you had a hard time finding me, Sharon, but I'm glad you did. I was a little late, so that could be my fault. So I just stamped a few of those in the background. So like I said, I already die cut this, but if I hadn't, for those of you that don't know how that works, I don't have a scrap piece of old olive, but what I did was you take the detailed die, which is this one, and I love my little Stamp and Cut and Emboss, my mini one. So I would take my little mini die cutting machine. We have 2 sizes. We have this little mini one. This is a $60 one, and then the other one is $120, but it's bigger and it takes bigger dies. Then we would take our scrap piece of old olive cardstock, and we would put this face down, so you can see there's like a raised edge. So you would put that face down on top of your scrap paper, put your other cutting plate on top, and then roll this through your machine, and when it comes out the other side, you get that super cute leaf. So that's how I did that. But like I said, I did all of that in advance just to kind of make things go a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and put the rest of this together. So I cut just a little piece of that cork specialty paper. I don't know if it'll show up in the camera, but it almost has, like, in these little sections, it's almost shiny. It's really pretty. It's soft. It's just really great paper. You get 2 sheets of 12 by 12. So I love it, and I would probably recommend getting 2 packages because you're just gonna love it. You're gonna fall in love with it. I'm actually working on a scrapbook page with this as the background, and so I'm using like a whole sheet on it because I love it. But I think it would look like a bulletin board, which I thought would be cute. So I'm just gonna put this down, kind of lower right? All right, and then I can go ahead and attach this white circle to the Evening Evergreen. I love this color combo. It's not a usual color combo, but I kind of like it. I'm digging it. And then I'm going to attach this to my card using dimensionals. Did I not bring, I brought minis, but I didn't bring any. Oh well, we'll use the minis because I don't feel like running to the other side of the room right now. So we'll just use a few minis. Oh, wind is kicking up for sure. And the rain, oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead tape that here. All right, and then I meant to, when I die cut these, I meant to use my self-adhesive sheets when I rolled it through the mini die cutting machine, because then you get the backside being sticky, and I did not do that. So I am, for the sake of time, just going to roll a little bit of regular adhesive on it, but just know this is not the best way to do it, because see, it sticks to your grid paper, and it also will kind of come through on the front here, like you can see. I don't know if you can see, but there's tape in there. However, I am actually going to cover most of this leaf, so it won't really matter. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to, oh, you know what? I think I have to run over there anyway, because yeah, my glue dots are way over there. So I'm gonna tie a little linen bow with my linen thread. Just a small one. Okay, and we will attach that with a mini glue dot. Hang on one second. I boxed them all up and then didn't bring them over here. Again, I need to set up my recording supplies, and then I don't have to worry about it. I do have enough of everything, I think, so. Then I'm gonna just attach that here, okay? And then the last step for this one is just to do the sentiment. So again, I'm pulling from the inspired thoughts, and we're gonna do sympathy with heartfelt sympathy. And I'm just gonna stamp in my darkest ink color, which is the Evening Evergreen. I agree, Patty. The small die cutting machine is very portable, so it's great for crops, it's great for camping. I love that idea. It's great for all kinds of things. I'm kind of a little bit low on that one. Let's just try it one more time and see how I do. We'll take the best of two. Oh, that one was low too. So it's just gonna be low. I'm gonna cut it pretty close and just on a slight angle. Okay, well that was more than a slight angle. Whatevs. All right, there we go. That was really low. And I'm just gonna trim this really close too. All right, then I'm gonna take some little mini glue dots and we will put those in here, and we can attach that to the card. Of course, if you want it less bulky, you could just put this on without the mini glue dots, but I like the added element. And then last but not least, I'm gonna take some of these pearls and my take your pick tool, and we're just gonna stick a couple of these down. 1, 2, and I think I put it over here. We'll do that. There we go. Ta-da! Card number 1 is finished. Okay, nice, simple. You really want the card to be simple, usually with a sympathy card, just because it's really about sending your wishes. All right, so next up, we'll do the green one. This one I did, that hurt. Just stabbed myself. This one I did as like kind of my own pattern paper. If you're on my mailing list, a couple of weeks ago I did a video, a YouTube video about creating your own designer series paper, and I actually used this stamp set. So you can go back and check that out, but I'm also gonna do it again right here. It's just a smaller piece. So again, I'm using the same 3 colors. I'm using the Evening Evergreen, Crushed Curry, and wait a minute, Pool Party, which is over here. All right, so I'm gonna clean off my stamps really quick because we're gonna switch some coloring, I think. So I need this one is gonna be yellow. I'm gonna take this off because I need to get my other stamp, so let me clean that. We're just gonna pull that off the block. I'm using my Simply Chamois. Thanks for sharing, Donna. This thing is the best. It's only $8 and you can use it over and over and over again. I keep mine in a stamp case. You can keep it in a Ziploc bag. You just want to keep it moist. Every once in a while it does, especially in the summer, it does dry out. So you may need to re-wet it under the sink. But it works fabulously. And then my last one actually, here, let me clean this. I only brought 3 blocks over here. 4 blocks. I'll clean this. And we will take this off, and we're gonna, oops, that doesn't go there, but that's okay. I'll figure that out later. And we're gonna use this one, which will be the dark ink. So when I'm doing background stamping, let me move this up just a little bit so you guys can see. I always start with my largest stamp first. So I'm gonna start with this one because it is the biggest, because it's easier to work around it, right? So you can add the smaller stuff in around it, okay? It's also gonna have the most color because it's the biggest image, so I'm gonna do a little bit less of that one. So I'll move that. Next up, we can do the longer leaf. It's a little bit bigger, so next smallest one, I guess, or next largest one. And I'm just gonna stamp that randomly here, like so. I'm gonna leave that one out because I may need to fill in. And then the last one, we're gonna take this smaller one and we're gonna use the Evening Evergreen. And I'm gonna stamp that. And let's just add a little bit here and there. Okay, that looks good. And there is our finished paper, so to say, our pattern paper. And this is 3 by 4, so I'm just gonna layer that onto a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of Pool Party. So let's go ahead and do that. I love these colors together, you guys. Thank you, Patty. I agree. It is really a nice color combo. Now I need my linen thread. And I'm gonna wrap this around this panel before I attach it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna wrap it twice, just because I like the look of that. I am gonna tie it in a bow. So I always like to tie mine in a knot first, just to give you a little bit more stability, like that. And then I will tie the bow. Okay, I'm gonna swoosh that up a little bit, get it looking the way I want it to. That looks good, and then I will trim down the ends. There. Okay, make sure that's centered. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attach this with mini glue dots, or it should be, not glue dots, Stampin' Dimensionals. It should be the regular ones, but I don't feel like getting up to get them. So we're just gonna use the little ones because that's what I have. I should have grabbed them when I went over to get the glue dots, but I forgot. So we're just gonna use a bunch of these minis. Take all of those off. And now you can go ahead and attach that down, like so. I had originally stamped the background with some of the background images in the stamp set, but I decided it was a little bit too much, so I took that off. So this piece, again, is that cork piece. I'm gonna go ahead and attach that with some dimensionals as well. I'm gonna actually just put them at the top and the bottom so that the string can go through the center, like so. And the string will kind of hold up the other ends, so I'm not worried about sagging. I'm just gonna put that pretty close to that bow. And there we go. Okay, now we can do our stamping. So like I said, I used the Thinking of You on Your Special Day, so I think of this as a birthday card. Where is that one? There it is. And you want to make sure you get your nail underneath the label when you pull those off. I'm going to again use the the Evening Evergreen for my sentiment, and I'm stamping it on Pool Party ink, or Pool Party cardstock rather. And sorry, I'm going to pull it down a little bit. It may be off screen, but I need to be able to see. There we go. That looks good. I am going to just cut this one straight, hopefully. Pretty close again. So just snip that right up. There we go. And I used the same process again to use that little die. So let me put this guy back before I lose him. I used this one and I die cut that with my little mini cut and emboss. And so this one is going to go on here. I'm going to use a mini glue dot on the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of stick it just off of the bow. And then I'm going to use dimensionals again on this. And I like to do like some top, some bottom, some middle. That way it keeps it from sagging. So I kind of scatter them. And then we're just going to put this right in the middle. Like that. Whoops, that looks a little crooked. There we go. And there you have it. There's the second finished card. I am loving this stamp set and this color combo, so I hope you guys are too. So that's card number 2 of our 3 cards. Let's move on to number 3. So this one, oh, you're welcome. Thanks for watching, Cindy. I bet they look even more pretty with your pain meds. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fold the Evening Evergreen cardstock in half. All of these card bases were 8.5 by 5.5, and then folded in half to make your card base. This one I did stamp a background on the card, so let's go ahead and clean off our stamps again. Where's my other one? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna leave it on here because we're gonna use it again. But I just want to clean it so I have the right color. There we go. Okay, so now I am going to, oh, you know what? I am going to use this, but I'm going to pull it off because I need to use this block for a different sentiment. I think I actually used the smaller dots. So I'm going to use that again. And all I did was I kind of repeatedly stamped these little background dots in the upper left and lower right corners. That looks good. And then I'm going to start from this corner and we'll work our way up. So it's going to be kind of like on a diagonal once we get it all set up. Okay. That looks good, I think. We can always fix it after if need be. And then I'm going to layer the cork paper again to the white base. So this is, I think it's 3 by 3. And then the white is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Come on. Usually, there. If your adhesive gets stuck, if you roll it over existing adhesive, it usually picks it up there. Was not cooperating that time though. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this, I'm going to wrap it down on the lower quadrant of this panel. And again, I want a bow, but to give myself some stability, I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot first. I didn't really give myself a lot of excess. Challenging myself here. So then I'm just going to do literally a little bow. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Don't have a lot of excess, so there we go. We'll do that. Okay, and then I can just trim off this one a little bit so it matches. There we go. Okay, and this is going to be put on with some dimensionals. Again, the bigger dimensionals would be easier here, but we're using what is here. So there we go. I'm going to peel this off and then put it kind of at the top center. So just slightly more to the top, like that. Okay, so then I die cut this guy out of Pool Party using my dies again. Okay. And again, if you guys order and you get the free kits, I do this die cutting for you, but you will have to have a leaf stamp, especially for this one, because I'm gonna stamp one of them and die cut it. But if you have a different stamp set, you could use what you have, or you could order it as part of your order, and then you'd have exactly what you need. But we have had some other leaf sets in the past, so if you have one of those, you could totally make those work too. I didn't poke all of these little bits out before. I came to work without my phone, which is why I didn't post a picture of the cards, because I realized on the way here that I forgot to grab my phone, but I didn't want to go home right away. So I just came here, I designed the cards, and then I went home, had lunch, and grabbed my phone, which is why I didn't have a picture to share. But there we go. Okay, so there's that. And this one, I'm going to probably do the same thing. I'm just going to use a glue dot down here, like that. And I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to these just to hold it down. Again, I should have die cut them with the self-adhesive sheets, because then they would come out like little stickers. It will make life easier. You could also use a liquid glue pen or a Tombow, something like that. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for right now. We're going to take that large stamp, the large leaf stamp. Let me clean this off so I can use the block. Okay. And we're going to pick that up, and we're going to use Old Olive this time. And we're going to stamp that here. And this time you'll actually get to see, that did not stamp the top of that leaf. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so this time you're going to actually get to see the die cutting machine in action, because I'm going to die cut this with my open die cut. So let me just grab that. So we're going to use this one here. Okay, and we're going to just place that down like so. And then we roll this through. Whoops. I unconnected my grid sheet. I usually tape it down so it doesn't move. And then when you pull this off, you have a perfectly die cut little leaf. How cute is that? Okay, so let me put that there. Put my die away. Fold this up, take it out of the way. Okay, and then I put this on with some dimensionals again, so let me go ahead and do that. The mini ones actually work great on this. They're a good size for this one. Okay, and I kind of just off-centered that one a little bit, but left the stems so they were connected. Okay, and then I did do just a tiny little touch of the yellow, and that one is using that little die cut. So I'm going to use a mini glue dot again, because what I can do is I'm going to kind of put it on purpose towards those little holes right here, because then that sticky is going to kind of show through the die cut, and I'm going to stick my ribbon to that. So that will stay put, and it will keep it from being sticky. Okay, so there's that. Then our last little step is, I think I already cleaned that one. Yep, I did. So let's put this away. And the last step is to just do the little sentiment. So I'm going to put this here. We'll grab the hello and our little block. We're going to use Evening Evergreen again. And I'm just going to use this scrap paper. I like to stamp it towards one of the edges, because then you only have to cut two sides. Look at that. Oh, look at that. And I do have leggings on today. Haha, yay. Black leggings for the win. So I'm gonna just wipe that on my pants. Ugh, that made a mess. Hold on, I don't want to get it on my clothes. So let me just kind of, or I don't care about my clothes. I don't want to get it on my project. Ugh, look, now I look like a hot mess. Looks like filthy. Anyway, such is life. Where's my, oh, they're right in front of me. I need my little scissors, and I'm just gonna hand cut this. Okay. The best thing for getting out ink like that is to wash my hair. So I'll just have to take another shower tonight. Wash my hair. I'm going to just attach this side to that leaf. Oops. I'm going to fold that over. I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus, so it gives you the little like adhesive rectangles almost, so I can fold them over. And I'm just going to put that, whoops, let's make sure my card is straight. And then I'll put that like that. And then we'll just grab one of the pearls. And actually, I think I used a bigger one. I did. Let's put that one back. Grab a bigger one, since we're only using one on this one. And we'll put that right there. So it's kind of in the center of the flower, but also kind of anchoring that sentiment. And there you have it. 3 finished cards. Which ones did you guys like the best? So I'll show you. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Personally, I think, I don't know, I like 1 and 3, I think are my favorites, but they're all really pretty, I think. What do you guys think? I love to know. So again, just as a reminder that if you wanted to get these card kits for free, you can place your order using that host code. You have until Friday to do that, and then anybody who does that and uses the code, I will automatically send you these kits late next week, because I have to wait for the embellishments to come in. For those of you that have an order over 50, you'll get the pearls too. So I have to order those, and then they come in, and then I ship all the kits out at once. So that is that. Also later today, if you're on my email list, I will be sending out another card featuring this stamp set, so you'll have plenty of ideas with it. All right, so I'm seeing 3 is a lot of your favorites. So that was the one I did first, and I actually really like that one too. But I like the sympathy card too. It's like picking children, right? All right, you guys, thank you so much. Oh, see, Kate just said the same thing. Or actually, Donna, I'm sorry, Donna said the same thing. You'd vote too. Making the pattern paper is brilliant. I love making my own pattern paper, especially if you're doing scrapbooking or things like that. You can totally make your paper match exactly what you want it to look like, right? You don't have to worry about, you know, if they coordinate right or what have you. You can make it to look however you want, which is awesome. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. If you need any help, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you later today for my Teach Me Tuesday, and I'll be back on Thursday for our usual Thursday Throwdown at 2 p.m. Eastern. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and stay safe if you're in all this crazy weather. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.